Why?
Oh my word, you're not even going to believe this. I was just at a yard sale or like an estate sale, and I found this universal remote.
Good.
And they told me it was an as-is sale and that it would work on all kinds of things. And then it wasn't negotiable. So I ended up buying this remote, and now it's not working. I thought,
What was it going to work on?
it was supposed to be universal. It can work on everything.
Okay.
I don't.
Like
So
an as-is sale?
I thought everything was negotiable. Why am I stuck with a remote that doesn't work?
Can we talk about this? I think we need a podcast.
Hello, and welcome back to Let's Chat with Jen and Angie. I'm Angie.
And I'm Jen.
And together we are Heart and Home Legacy Group with Edina Realty. My goodness, today we're going to talk about something that we hear it all the time.
All the time.
And that is from our sellers. Can we sell our house as is?
Yes.
Man, let's talk about what that really means. Can you sell your house as is?
The answer is yes, and also maybe. As is one of the most misunderstood terms in real estate.
Totally. And some sellers think it means no inspections, and buyers think that it means to run for your life. And as real estate agents, we just know that there's a little more nuance to it than that. What as is actually means, let's be very clear about this right away, is that selling a home as is means that the seller is simply saying that they are not going to do any repairs.
Right. It does not mean that the seller can hide from any problems. It does not mean that you can't do inspections. And it definitely does not mean that the house is falling apart.
Exactly, because we do still have disclosure laws that apply. Disclosure law requires all sellers to still disclose all known defects in the home. You still have to be honest about what you know as a seller. And as is about repair negotiations, not transparency.
Can you still do inspections?
This one surprises people. Yes, buyers can almost always still do an inspection on an as-is home.
Inspection is for information, not leverage. Buyers can learn what they're walking into, plan for future repairs, or decide if the home still makes sense for them.
Yeah, and here's the key part. Even in an as-is sale, buyers can still ask for repairs. The seller just has the right to say no, which they do always. And there's always negotiation as part of the transaction.
Right.
Whether you're as is or not. So why sellers choose as is? We usually see as is sales in a few common situations.
Right, like estates, inherited homes, long-term rentals, or sellers who just don't have the time, energy, or funds to do any updates.
Yeah, and sometimes the house is perfectly livable, it's just outdated. And other times there are known issues and the seller wants to make sure that they're going to price the home accurately and move on.
Correct. Honestly, for some sellers, peace of mind is worth more than squeezing out every dollar.
Yeah, so does as is mean that you'll get less money? Not automatically, but pricing is everything when it comes to these situations.
An as-is home needs to be priced with the condition in mind. If you price it like a fully updated home and refuse repairs, buyers will push back or walk.
Yes, they will. But when it's priced correctly, as-is homes can sell fast. They attract cash buyers or investors and sometimes even get multiple offers. Let's talk about the risks and the real talk, because let's be honest, as is isn't always the easy button.
Yeah, correct. You will limit your buyer pool, especially buyers using FHA or VA loans. If the home won't meet any of those standards, you won't get that buyer pool.
Right. And buyers may build repair costs into their offer, and sometimes they do it very conservatively.
That's why strategy matters. As is doesn't mean hands off and hope for the best.
Right. So when as is a smart move. As is can be a great option if
you don't want to manage the repairs.
Yeah, you just don't want to do any of the repairs. The home needs significant updates.
You want a cleaner, simpler sale.
Or you've priced it honestly from day one.
And it works best when sellers understand what buyers will see and plan accordingly.
Yeah, so our final thoughts, if you're thinking about selling as is, here's our biggest advice. Don't assume, ask. Make sure you ask the questions.
Talk with an agent that can walk you through your options, run the numbers both ways, and help you decide what actually makes sense for your situation.
Yeah, because every situation's different. And because as is isn't good or bad, it's just a tool. And like any tool, it works best when you know how to use it.
If this episode helped, share it with a friend who thinks about selling or buying. We will ensure they are on the right track.
Yeah, and thanks so much for joining us. And as always,
Stay grounded, stay grateful, and keep building that
legacy. Bye.